Hello and welcome to another episode of Viking Conquest Blood Eagle campaign. Last time we left off being chased by Frankish raiders, but we took care of those scoundrels and now we're on our way to Ribe to meet the portmaster to finish our quest. Apparently, I found out why they were actually able to catch up with us, because we now have a second ship in the fleet, and the second ship, this building, is only a top speed of 9 knots. So that's why we're suddenly being engaged by other forces that easily. You also always have to keep that in mind. If you capture ships, really sure that you can afford it to become slower. Kind of reminds me of the good old days from Pirates Gold, when you capture a wealthy merchantman and then suddenly we're chased by royal brigantines and you wondered why you couldn't escape them, because the same effect as here, they slow us down. Now let's get rid of some of our aimed gun, lots of our loot, which we have gained in several engagements, although not that valuable. It still adds up. And of course, we will have to do some investments in the near future. Like I said, I'd like to buy a ship, construct a large ship. And for that, we need lots of money. A lot of money. And thus, we'll have to save it up. I'm going to keep the chipped long sex for now, because I tried to repair it, if I remember. And let's check the weaponsmith real quick. Oh, look at that. Oh, tempered sword. 8,500. Now that's a weapon. That's a very interesting weapon. I would really like to have that one. On the other hand, like I said, would like to save up the money in order to build the proper warship. Ooh, heavy long battle axe. Heavy long axe, speed, weapon reach. We're starting to get some very interesting weapons here, but we're going to hold off for that. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're good. We're good. We're not tempted whatsoever to buy any of those. Now we're going to stroll through the town and head to the portmaster, because we were tasked to acquire a certain book from Ireland, from a cloister. We were successful in retrieving the book, and now we try to fetch a deal, because he apparently knows the whereabouts of Svens, our sworn enemy, and this was our deal. Fetch the book in order to obtain this information. Now let's see what he has to say. Welcome, sir. What do you need? I was at Glendalough and took the Katak of Columkile. His eyes shine. Well, give me the book and I will tell you what you asked about. Well, I already thought about this. We may try to bribe him with money instead, because this book gives us a persuasion bonus, which is very interesting indeed in the long run. So I pretended I lost it and I would like to offer him some money instead. My client will not be happy, and people will know you're not reliable. My client will be paid me 10,000 pennigas for the book. Do you have that kind of money? I got the money. Here, take it and tell me where Sven is. Oh my, you're a rich man. The hideout is here in Denmark, southeast of Ribe, up the river. Far too well. Thank you. Well, we spent quite a lot of our hard-earned money, but we had to, in order to keep the book. The book is a long-term investment, as it will help us sway people to our cause. And that will be very important in the future. You can believe me. Thus, we invested that money. And there actually, oh, that's a true Viking ship. That's a busse right there. A glorious warship indeed. Now let's sell some traders. I'm looking for a slave trader. River wouldn't prosper without my slaves. So if you have any prisoners of war, I'd be willing to buy them. I've brought indeed some prisoners. Nice to hear, let's go. And let's get rid of our prisoners. Finally. So this is the ship I'm talking about. We could actually try to buy, but we need at least, I think, 40k for this ship, but that's what we're saving up to. That's what we are looking for. And by the way, we're going to sell. We are going to. Ooh, our ship is quite damaged already. Yeah, we have to repair it. But we're going to sell this one here. Because we don't need it. It's a bad ship. Okay. Now, let's see what his hideout is. There is Svens' hideout. I can see it already. I can smell that scum from all the way across. From Reba. We're going to attack him. But first, we should make some camp and regain our health, because quite a few warriors are still hurt. So we're waiting for one day, and we'll actually engage him in the next morning and make sure we are at top health, because this is not going to be easy. We're expecting a heavy resistance in that fight. Alright, let's see, can we upgrade some more men? Yes, we can. Now let's do battle at Svens' hideout. On the banks of the river, you distinguish a Viking fort. You have found a hideout out of Sven. It's a good place with a small port for ships, easy to defend. Behind the wall between the houses you can see some warriors. You cannot count them, although without being seen, but it seems there are a few dozens of them in there. In the middle of the fort you see some prisoners prepared for sale. Could your mother be among them? Now we have several options. I go for the surprise attack. Let's not waste any time. Charge them! And we're actually going to make it careful. Everybody follow me. And let's block the entrance, scatter up, so we have the momentum. Excellent. Caught them in the fumbled them in the entrance, and now we can envelop them. There we go. So, where is this Sven Bullneck hiding? Only lost one man. That was a decent work. After a tough battle, your men have defeated the Vikings protecting the hideout. In one of the houses, you find 3 prisoners, 2 women and 1 man. The women are unknown to you, perhaps prisoners from another Viking raids. But the man is Bodo the Cantabrian, who traveled with you aboard the wooden rig. Bodo joins your party, and an old friend is back. He asks you to walk away with him. He wants to tell you what happened after Sven Bullneck's attack on the wooden rig. But first, you need to decide what to do with Sven's hideout. I ordered my men to pillage and destroy it. Bodo, I think so tell you, listen carefully. Tell me what happened since the wooden rig was attacked by Sven Bullneck. So I should be dead, but I still live, while others who should be alive are dead. I came to consider the ship that was brought me north, the wooden rig, as home, with its crew as my family. So when the Vikings attacked, I grabbed my sword and my shield and prepared to defend them to the death. The Cantabrians are Christians, but some of us still remember the old gods. One in particular, Erudino, guides us in battle, and I shout his name while attacking with my sword. I'm not an idiot. I knew that the battle was lost. We were outnumbered and they were better armed, but I asked Erudino to let me kill as many as possible for my trip to the paradise. I hoped my sacrifice would allow the others to flee or cause fear among the Vikings, but these Vikings were hardened men who knew their job well. Half a dozen of them surrounded me and beat me while their companions invaded the wooden rig and killed whoever stood in their way. I saw everyone down, the captain, the sailors, the archers that protected the boat, and I thought myself I was dead until I woke up in the Viking ship, tied hand and foot. I was a prisoner, but thank God I escaped. Now I'm a miserable man before Erudino. I should be dead and the others alive. Now I just live for redemption. Bodo, did anyone else survive the Viking attack? I know you really want to ask if your mother is still alive and where she is. Well, I have not told you everything. I need you to stay calm and listen to me carefully. I'm very calm, trust me. You wouldn't like to see me nervous. I have a little patience. Speak or I'll beat you up. No need to be aggressive. You know my loyalty to my friends is unquestionable. Now open your ears. He puts his hand on your shoulder and smiles sadly. Sven Bulnek didn't end up here by chance. A boat was his goal and we had a traitor on board. What are you saying? What purpose? What traitor? He steps back and takes a deep breath and looks you in the eyes. What happened was my fault, Harald Bluetooth. I was Sven Bulnek's target, so we were attacked and so on. I commended my soul to Erudino, for I was willing to die, but the Vikings wanted me alive. Therefore, it was I who brought death to my family on the boat. My redemption is that Sven Bulnek will die at my hands. No, Sven Bulnek is mine, and I will kill you if you cross my path. He strains his face and stares at you while blinking. This is not the issue to deal with now, but I promised already know. I was stupid. I believed that the wooden rig was safe, but I was wrong. I was betrayed by its captain. The poor man thought that Sven Bulnek would give him wealth. He was cheated, for when the Vikings raided the wooden rig, he was killed. Maybe that is the real reason why we stopped among those shipwrecks. The wooden rig captain betrayed me, indeed all of us, but I do not begrudge him that. He was just an idiot and this cost him his life. But why was Sven Bulnek chasing you? Why were you his goal? I was Sven Bulnek's target, as I had something very important in my hands, something so important that his lord Sigurd Ragnarsson would kill for it. However, I myself did not something terrible before the Viking assault, something I regret. What did you do? I gave it to your mother. I thought that it was safer in her hands than in mine. Before you take any fatal action against me and justify the danger, you should know that I saved her life because the Vikings thought she was my master. Do you understand? If not for that object, she probably would be dead by now, like the rest of the people of the wooden rig. Your mother's disease helped too, because the Vikings think that the madness is a touch of the gods. Sven took your mother north with him and left me to my fate here, to be sold as a slave because he thought she was my master and the object carrier. We must hurry, because when Bulnek discovers the truth, he will kill her. Who are you, really? And what is so important to be so wanted by Sven and his lord Sigurd? That's not important. But I will tell you that I'm not a common traveler. I was sent by a king of Asturias, and was brought with me is a gift that could change the course of war. We'll talk about it later. It is urgent now to find your mother. Sven Bulnek was summoned by his lord Sigurd Snake in the Eye Ragnarsson. Sigurd wants this object badly. He will interrogate your mother about it because he thinks she has the information he needs. We must find Sigurd soon. Fate is written with blood and steel, and my redemption he weaves through them both. Oridino has answered my prayers, bringing you to me. You will not find me a more loyal companion or a closer friend. Grab your things, we have lots to do. Good, give me a few moments to prepare and I'll be ready to move. Fate is playing with you. First, everything was pointing to your mother's death. You were driven partially by the need to survive, but mainly by revenge. Finding Svens and kill him. But now that your mother is still alive, and in the hands of your enemies, your priority is to find and rescue her. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. It seems we are still lot of things to do. As you stopped to rest on the way, your companions approach you, led by Brunhild. She has something to say. Listen to her. My lord, Svens Hideout was a dangerous place, but we managed to ransom Bodo. Yeah, that's what we did. I understand you want to find your mother, but let me tell you, when I was in the court of Jarl of Kemner, I heard horrible things about Sigurd. Sigurd's snake in the eye was in the mead hall of the Jarl of Kenmore more than one occasion. He is not just any man, my lord. You know the Jarl of Kenmore is a hard man, but he trembled before Sigurd. Sigurd doesn't say a lot. He never smiles and his snake eyes burrow into you as if he were trying to read your thoughts. I was but a slave, but I heard things. People say that he is the most dangerous of the sons of Ragnar, a man who would kill you just for the coffin nearby, or for being in his way on the wrong day. The beautiful Brunhild is right, Harald Bluetooth. From what I know, Sigurd Ragnarsson is the kind of man that one should avoid. Unfortunately, he blocks our way. I don't believe it is so bad. You can trust the Jarl of Kenmore, since he is an accomplished actor. He uses every possible tool to try to manipulate others. If he saw an advantage in passing as timid before Sigurd, he would have done that. I would be very careful with him, as he's a man who smiles when you face him and stabs you with a dagger when you turn. With Sigurd, at least you always know where he's coming from. Reginald is talking without knowing him. I have heard things and seen things. Maybe Reginald was too busy drinking or betraying someone. Sigurd is a spiteful, never forgiving, and never forgetting. You have the gall, woman, to call me a drunken traitor. To my face, you know nothing about me. Watch your words, or you will have to watch your back. Reginald, welcome your regrets and your past, and never threaten a member of this party. Yes, I see how things work now. I withdraw my threats, but you should watch her words. We are at the crossroads. Sigurd's snake in the eye has what we need, and your mother is lives in danger. In my opinion, we should go and talk to him, even if it costs our lives. We have no choice. Maybe there's another way. There's a powerful man who hates Sigurd, King Horik Gothridsson of Denmark, Sigurd's king. Why does he hate him, Brunhild? Well, I know only what I heard. There are enemies, maybe Sigurd wants to be king himself. Sigurd would be stupid then. King Horik could banish him, make him an outcast, and strip him of his lands by denouncing him for the slightest infraction at the thing. My knowledge is limited, but perhaps Sigurd is as powerful as the king himself. Or maybe King Horik doesn't want wars in Denmark after getting his throne after a long war with the other Jarls. Speak with Sigurd or tell Horik we have a difficult decision to make. I think we should get protection and support of the King Horik. This will give us an advantage when talking to Sigurd and will force him to respect our lives. If King Horik helps us, you can legally claim your mother back. Do not go straight to Sigurd's snake in the eye. Now, it may cause the death of your mother, and perhaps you will lose track of Svens forever. Why not see whatever the King Horik will support us? If I had to choose between going straight to Sigurd and getting myself killed, or going to Horik and getting your mother killed, I wouldn't know what to say. You got me out of the hole where I was, so I'm fine with your choice, whatever it is. I need to think about it. Thank you all. We have to continue our trials. Okay, so now let's figure out our situation. We have now the knowledge that our mother is still alive, yet she is in the hands of Svens or even Sigurd's snake in the eye. And apparently there is another infight in Denmark, like it is the case we already saw in Frisia. So we either go for the king or head for Sigurd's snake in the eye directly. Either way, that's a big decision to make. I will weigh my options, and in the next episode we will continue our journey and try to figure out what our next steps are. Either way, it will include a lot of fighting on the way. We'll have to obtain more money, more wealth, more troops in order to overcome our enemies and thus continue our Blood Eagle campaign. Thanks for watching, and if you like, subscribe, and see you soon.